going to start with a little intro again, not nearly as in-depth as last time. But for the casual viewer, what is the World Championship and what does it mean to the pros?
The World Championship in Rocket League is the pinnacle of achievement. A lot of people in gaming are super competitive, and so that means you're always trying to be the best. But it seems like there's always someone that's just a little bit better than you. Well, if you win the World Championship, that is not true. You are the best. So this is the only way to prove that you are the best Rocket League player, is to become a pro and compete at this event.
طبعا راح أكون فخور بنفسي وفخور بفريقي إنه بأول سنة قدرنا نجيب ميجر واحد على الأقل ونتأهل للوردز بإذن الله نتأهل للبلايوفز.
Our approach for this tournament and our expectations for this tournament were a little different than our last one because we had some success. We finished top 4 in Boston. We were the underdogs then. Now we had proven ourselves and it was time to show everyone that we could go even further.
خاتمت عندي زيرو انا جابه انا مكبور 12 عندي برا
So we were going up against G2. The boys weren't nervous because they're professionals and they just don't get nervous apparently. By this point, they had proven themselves so much that I was never going to doubt them. So even though we were playing one of the best teams, I was still pretty confident, even though it was G2. And they ended up being a pretty difficult opponent.
The top of the World Championship is a status nothing short of legendary. G2, after being so close, are starting to climb once again. Rule 1 have had a taste of greatness and are hungry for more. It's time to put the pen to the paper and write your own legacy.
There we go.
Team, and so it's Rule 1. That is right in G2's face from the opening kickoff.
And I think a lot of people expected that. Oh, double straight down, no. Monster not able to get the follow-up. That's going to go all the way downfield. G2 catch Rule 1 a little too aggressive.
To hold Rule 1 off the scoreboard.
I mean, Rule 1, they're doing a good job of keeping the control. Here's Rule 1, got it! And Rule 1, after so much pressure. 3 for G2, 1 for Rule 1 as we approach the final minute of gameplay. JNF gets a win, lower right corner, and G2 takes the lead.
That series was kind of a blur. Try not to think about it too much. There really wasn't a lot of positives, honestly, for us. It was pretty one-sided. G2, they were just clearly the stronger team throughout that series.
صراحة أكبر مشكلة كانت في مباراة G2 إن الشباب ما كانوا يلعبون بثقة، ما لعبوا لعبهم، وG2 لعبوا يعني لعب مرتب وكويس، وكان ستايلهم صراحة كاونتر للستايل حقنا، إن شاء الله المباراة الجاية راح تكون أحسن.
السيريس اللي خسرناه ضد G2 صراحة ما لعبنا ولا 10% من لعبنا، والمرة الجاية لو لعبنا ضدهم بإذن الله راح نفوز عليهم.
Now we were dropped down to the lower bracket and we had one more chance. And it's there that we would run into Twisted Minds. Now this was funny because Twisted Minds was the team from our region, from the MENA region, that we had essentially opened the door to this very event. So honestly, actually, I was a little nervous during this series because I thought we were the better team going in. Wasn't too worried about it, but they ended up fighting pretty hard, and it ended up being a pretty close series. The boys just were not playing quite as well during this event. It was clear now that we were not gonna be stomping teams, but we needed to get this win.
Further opportunities here. For the last 2 years, the Middle East has demanded more recognition, and here in Düsseldorf, these two teams have earned it for themselves and for their fellow competitors back home. But now, their stories clash. Here, there can only be one. Law and order versus madness. The decree versus the decay. Rule 1 versus twisted minds begins now.
Friends off the pitch, but we are well and truly on it now as this day continues. The crowd is here, the players are down there waiting to compete.
متحمسين نلعب ضدهم لكن صراحة ما كان ودنا نقابلهم. كان ودنا نتأهل البلاي اوفز كلنا.
Right over to Clears. Senso currently playing red hot, the pace he's showing. Rule 1 is struggling to deal with it over and over again. Ruas just slows things down. That's what Rule 1 need to do, but it's backfired, and the challenge makes it TM 1-0.
Player Ruas dives in, and now this is a counterattack, but Clears quickly able to get to that ball in the midfield. Gonna do it all himself. But certainly is going to be remembering the only goal of last game, and there's another defensive mistake, and Venom will capitalize again. Ruas downfield, will Senzo keep it in play? He does, gives up the ball, and Mawson will drop it down. Overtime, game 2, tied 2-2.
Pass from Rule 1 players in the air. Where's Ruas? He's there. Oh, the W. How has he read that one? Ruas turns around. Gets it onto the crossbar. Venom has got no boost. There's none. And finally, Twisted Minds can't hold on anymore.
Demo in the midfield. Twisted Minds able to stop that attack in its tracks. And there's an awkward ball. Venom pounces once more. And Twisted Minds, they are in the zone.
It's been very difficult for Rule 1 to deal with, and as expected, they have taken themselves a tactical time out.
ضد توستد مايند الشباب يمكن حاطين في بالهم ان توستد مايند يعني فريق متحسن ومتطور، خصوصا بعد اضافه فينوم، وبس انهم بدأوا بدايه مره كويسه وصدمونا بمستواهم، بس الحمد لله يعني قدرنا ناخذ جيم منهم، ياخذون جيم، ناخذ جيم، ياخذون جيم، والنهايه طلعنا احنا الفايزين.
Ruas was still in the air from that first challenge. Ended up making contact. Gets it by 2. Ruas going for the 50, and he does it beautifully.
Looking like the region's best team. This is their reminder. That's exactly what they are.
Ruas moves it over. Oh, a misstep from Twisted Minds. You can see the mix-up. Clears air dribble 50 out to Mawson, and Mawson will score.
Rule 1 wait their moment.
You know, it's a game 7. It's all about survival now, and we did. We survived. I was super nervous, but they got it done.
Over the last 80 days plus, it's been a mammoth season.
الصدق ما لعبنا لعبنا بس الحمد لله قدرنا نعدل شوية من الأخطاء والحمد لله فزنا.
They won game 1, they lost game 2 in overtime, and we thought, is this happening again? Will they be able to bounce back? And they did so huge in game 3. For a lot of us, though, they didn't just play as the best of teams. So yeah, pretty much the series, but 11-7 folks. That's going to be the team that did end up being France if they want to keep the team quite in this tournament. They've got to get comfortable on that stage really soon.
SSG was playing really well LJ in particular was absolutely dominating this tournament. So it was really a matter of, can we turn it around? We haven't been playing well this event. Can we turn it around against SSG? It's definitely possible. And just hope LJ doesn't completely pop off.
ما بيكم تتنرفزون اليوم، انتم ما عليكم من احد. احنا فخورين فيكم والله ما شاء الله عليكم، يعني لا تفكرون بشيء، ما حد قدامكم، اذا تلعبون لعبكم والله تفوزون على كل احد، ما حد افضل منكم.
ان شاء الله.
ان شاء الله باذن الله.
ان شاء الله ان شاء الله.
ان شاء الله.
ان شاء الله يا رب. اذا بردتوا خليوني نجيب لكم جاكيتات ها.
ان شاء الله.
الصراحة قبل أي مباراة بأي بطولة يعني ما أحب آكل أبد، فقبل مباراتنا ضد سبيس ستيشن أكلت يعني. كان يمكن يعني هذا السبب بالتعب والغثيان اللي جاني، يمكن عامل التوتر بعد يعني ليش شيء بيطلع. إذا شربت على طول أحس بالصدمة. الواحد يشرب الصدمة.
We are in for a battle for top 8.
Roas was the spring major defensive MVP, and now we see some flip reset threat, and there's going to be the rebound. Killers flip. In row 1, they like to bait in teams, and there's the shot. Oh! Austin keeps on going and picks up the rebound. Every time LJ's trying to take it to the air, row 1 bumps him off the play.
Roas trying to push through. Killers is there, shot on target, and game 1 goes to Rule 1. Rule 1, it has been spectacular defensively. You saw a lot of, not demos, but bumps coming out from Rule 1, and a double tap drop down from Hawkster to start things off. Hawkster, we see ya.
So as that series went on, it became clear that our road was coming to an end competitively in this season. And it was a time to reflect, like, wow, we've really come a long way, and this is amazing how far we got. It did feel a little anticlimactic to be at Worlds and to have our journey ending so soon compared to, our last run where we had got top 4. But the truth is, this was a very different tournament. This was Worlds now. So every game is going to be super tough. Every game is going to be against teams that are playing out of their minds. So in a way, it was disappointing to not do as well as the major preceding it. But it was just awesome to be able to compete at Worlds at all. And we had won a series, so we didn't leave empty-handed. So that felt good.
أكبر عامل ما خلى الشباب يلعبون مستواهم كان التوتر، وكان مرة واضح عليهم من لعبهم ومن حتى الفيس كام حقتهم. يعني ممكن إنك تلاحظ إنهم متوترين أو إنهم كانوا خايفين وما كانوا مرتاحين. حاولت إن يعني أذكرهم إن ترى ما عليكم ضغط، ومو مطلوب منكم أصلاً إنكم يعني توصلون مكان مرة بعيد. إحنا لو نبغى نوصل عشان إحنا وعشان نمثل مدريس بأحسن صورة. بس للأسف يعني التوتر والأعصاب والمستوى ما كان جيد، فما قدرنا نوصل مكان يعني يليق في مدريست. بس الحمد لله على كل حال تجربة حلوة، وإن شاء الله نستفيد منها المستقبل.
طبعا انك قاعد تلعب قدام جمهور كبير بيجيك توتر وتكون عندك اغلاط.
الصراحة ضد سبيس ستيشن ما لعبنا لعبنا ابد، وبالذات بالدفاع كانت في اغلاط كثيرة، يعني اي هجمة كانت هدف، فعشان كذا خسرنا.
طبعا راح تفيدنا هذه البطولة من خبرة من كل شيء، وطبعا هذه بطولة الورد تشامبيون اكيد نستفيد منها.
One of the best things about Rocket League events is being able to meet the passionate community members that make up the scene. So for this, it was a unique experience because I was able to sort of experience that in a different context where I was the owner of this team that was competing. So I was able to be with them primarily and not focus so much on meeting my audience as much as just being with my team and watching them develop their own audience. I think was one of the coolest things, and seeing the fans of them and being able to like sit back and see, you know, the brand that I helped create, to see it all be a real thing and see people enjoy that was one of the best things. So in real sports, when the championship's over, the season is over. But in gaming, one of the beautiful things about it is you're not really beholden to resting players or an official off-season. So sometimes you have massive tournaments from third parties outside of the official RLCS that can also throw really prestigious high-level tournaments. And that was the case for the Rocket League community because just a few weeks after this RLCS championship, we had Gamers 8, which is a large tournament held in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, where our team was from. So now we had yet another challenge waiting for us.
يمكن هذه ما كانت بطولتنا بس الوعد في جيمرز 8.